Hello everyone, I am so glad to be back. I'm so thankful for everyone watching my videos. I know I have not been super consistent. I do apologize. Just have had a lot of stuff going on, and we had death in the family last week. That's why there was no uploads last week. Today I'm gonna try to get a couple videos up to kind of get you guys caught up. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. So I'm here to do a review. I've been waiting to do this review for about a week. I just decided not to post any videos due to death in the family and just give myself some time and my family some time to grieve. So with that being said, I have been really scourging the internet for reviews for this to see where's anybody else using this foundation in this color. From the title, you know, it's the EIF Flawless Foundation. Flawless Satin Foundation, correction. I know now it comes in an additional shade range, and I know that some Walmarts carry majority of the shades. So if you have like 2 or 3 Walmarts, one may carry a limited amount due to the size, excuse me, and the other one may carry a majority of close to, I think, caramel is like the darkest, and maybe a few other colors after that, maybe a few, and maybe 1 or 2 dark shades. But it's very rare that you see all of the shades in a Walmart, especially this shade. So I just want to point that out, that I did notice that this particular shade was kind of hard to see references on YouTube and on the internet. Even with the swatches, it was still quite difficult. So I just like to point that out. Even though this foundation has been out for a long time, it was kind of weird just to notice that. So I got my shade, and I have 2 shades. Okay, let me reach over. So I got Maple, and Maple is tan with golden olive undertones. Now, this is probably the closest lightest shade I could possibly find in the winter, but because of the inclement weather we have, warmer weather, it's taking me a long time to actually get to my winter shade. So unfortunately, I cannot review this. I bought this and never got to use it. It is nuts. However, I'm going to review the next shade that I believe that is closest to me, which I'm wearing today, and this is Cinnamon with golden undertones. Really do not understand why this is considered deep. Should be I don't even know how they should categorize this shade, but first of all, I'm not deep toned, and I don't get deep toned till the summer. So I was quite confused when I was able to wear this shade on like a sunny day. So to kind of like reference really quickly, the darkest shade that I get is by Urban Decay, and I'm going to try to list that in the bottom section, and I believe that's 600 and something, and that's quite deep. And I don't even know if I have any of my dark foundations out. Oh, the deepest, the even deeper than that is by the Juvia's Place 350, which is Somalia, which is very deep, and my undertones are olive. So I'm quite confused about the actual skin tone description. This should have been like dark tan or deep tan, because I can still wear this in the winter. I can wear this at the beginning of spring. So I was quite confused when I see like different brands talk about this is deep. This is not deep. This is dark tan, y'all. Very confused. That was one. The golden undertones is true, because it's kind of, I have it on today. It's very light reflecting. It does have a somewhat of a satin finish, and this is semi-matte, which is also described on the website. And it tells you put small amounts to the center of your face, all over your face, and blend out there and see where you need coverage, which is quite true. You can layer it to get more coverage to it. However, there's a few things I would like to say about it. First of all, I would say use a beauty blender if you have dry skin. This is the one from Shop Miss A. It's their microfiber. Did I keep the container? Oh, here. No, this is the wrong one. I'm gonna have to list that as well, because I thought I had kept the packaging somewhere. Anyway, I would say use a beauty sponge and add it on, and then use a small, maybe detail brush. This is the Shop Miss A AOA Studio E101. And just like right here where I have like a little bit, where I normally get texture it, like I have a few lines there, use that to build up the coverage so it won't look cakey or dry. At the bottom of my face right here, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have a little bit of texture. I have hyperpigmentation from a severe acne breakout, but those spots where you have like healing, patchy acne spots or texture, be careful, because those will be emphasized the more you layer it. If you have dry skin, I've seen this on oily skin, it does perform a little bit better. However, with dry skin, you can use it. I would just say use a primer, a hydrating primer somewhat, or a smoothing primer to kind of glide over those spots of texture or unevenness or acne bumps or acne scarring, because it will look textured. Now, as far as the like actual shade, I'm actually gonna swatch it on the back of my hand. It's a little tan now, just a little bit, because it has finally got, not trying to put a bunch on my hand, it has finally got a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see, it's just a tad bit dark. It's just a tad bit. That's it. It's not super, super dark. It looks dark. Not dark at all. It's just a tad bit dark. And because the undertone is still golden neutral, I think I can get away with it. Even if it was neutral, I still could get away with it. That's the only good thing. They got the undertone right, so I was able to still today wear it and kind of get away with it. I was able to use the Juvia's Place Stick Foundation in Mozambique, which is in a neutral undertone, so I didn't have any clash with that. The Covergirl Clean Concealer, theirs is in a yellow neutralish undertone as well. I didn't have any issues with that one. Wearing them to combine together, so I haven't had too many issues with concealer working with this. I just would not use their camo concealer because that's too drying during the winter for my eyes. However, if you have normal skin and you're able to use that one within an undertone similar to the foundation, it's a win-win. I did order this online. I got it quickly, very fast, like 3 or 4 days. Shout out to EIF Shipping. They have a reward point system, so I got points with this, so I was able to order something else that I wanted as well. It seems like this is a decent everyday foundation, and it is very accessible, even though not all the shades are in the store or in a Ulta or that of the third. If you're on a deeper spectrum, their shipping with the products can get you what you want quickly, and they are rewarding you from purchasing from their website. So there is some type of incentive with the EIF cosmetic brand, which I think is genius, especially if you are not able to get some of their shades from their foundations or concealers. They are making it more accessible to shop with their brand, which is probably why a lot of their products are in the future are going to sell a lot better than some of these other drugstore products or brands, because they're making it, you know, beauty really is accessible to everybody. Whether you go in Walmart store, you still get the points. You shop at Walmart, you just scan your receipt and you get points. If you order online, you get points. You go to Ulta buy, you get points. So it seems as if they are trying to bridge the gap with beauty with all of their consumers, especially in the US. I do not know outside the US, but I can imagine how quickly I got it, and I live on the East Coast. I'm pretty sure it would be a standard 5-day shipping, and it wouldn't be a whole wait if you lived in like California. I live here on the East Coast. Their hub for us is in Ohio. Like I said, I turned around and the package was here, and I did multiple package orders with my points just to test out to see how fast their shipping was. That was like a big major thing with me is when you buy from brands, they take forever to get their products. No, ELF is stepping up their game. Everything was well packaged. Everything was well boxed. The box looked nice. It come in different colors. It really was fun and exciting. So it seems like their whole team is trying to do their website and their shipping right. And I used to work in customer service, so I know for a fact that their stuff is on time. I have never had to call customer service for any of my orders, and I've ordered 5 orders from them within the last 2 months just to see. And it was actually stuff I actually needed. So I want to kind of like point that out because no one really pointed it out. And I know their loyalty system has probably been out maybe a year, if that, 6 months. So I would like to bring that up because I know a lot of people have a lot of questions about that as well. So back to the foundation. The foundation is a everyday 7.5-hour wear foundation. You can use any of your favorite setting sprays with it, even the one that they offered. I use Makeup Revolution and I use Milani's, which are my favorites currently. I have not had an issue. The only thing that I have noticed outside of just like the few dry spots, which I have dry skin, so sometimes some foundations doesn't work well with dry skin, that comes with that, is that if it gets warm, the foundation gets slightly oily in warmer climates, which I found strange since it's a semi-matte foundation. So that lets me know this is probably the foundation for me to wear during the spring and the winter, which is quite hard. And I got a lot of compliments because how the foundation looks on dry skin, and it's a semi-matte foundation. I was very impressed by that. But I do notice in semi-warm climates that, like, we had a 70-degree weather day and it was slightly oily after about 7.5 hours. I wasn't mad, I just thought that was kind of weird. I was expecting it to be a drier foundation than what it was. I did have some dry days where it did look slight textured, but it wasn't really bad. This is worth the $6, and I'm more than likely going to repurchase this when I finish this bottle. It kind of reminds me of the Covergirl foundation just a little bit, as far as like their undertone and things like that, which is kind of impressive because it's very hard to find golden neutral undertone-ish foundations in drugstore. I do feel like even though they have expanded, they can expand a little bit better. I would also like to know, I do have their Camel Foundation. They did expand that shades, which was launched, and they have a bunch of other launches coming with more shades. So if you are a brown, black, dark, chocolate black girl, you're probably going to be able to find something in the near future for yourself and your skin texture, because ELF is really stepping it up. Now, could this be reformulated to perform a little bit better? Yes and no, because I like this. They could come out with another version of this, maybe a luminizing version. That would be nice. I don't have any complaints about this. It's just an everyday foundation. I don't know why people are expecting it to be like a miracle worker product. It's not. It's just an everyday foundation with the correct shades, with the extended shade range, because the original shade range was tragic. So they have been listening to us, the customers. So I'm sorry this is such an in-depth video, but there's a lot of different points I wanted to put out there and kind of explain, because it was not really explained in a lot of the videos, because a lot of the videos of this foundation is quite old, and now we have a lot more options with ELF's products with this product. So if you watch some of the previous videos from 3 or 4 years ago and you have not tried this, maybe you should possibly give it a try, or some of the other products to try if you're concerned about waiting to get your shade if you cannot find it. It's a lot more accessible than you think. So that is it for the review. I will see you guys in the next video. Let me know if you tried it, liked it, didn't like it. What was your opinion of it? Good, bad. I would love the feedback. I will see you guys later.